It's Monday, you know what that means. Time to take a few minutes with me. Today I want to chat about how to navigate Thanksgiving. I actually posted a poll to my story on Instagram and Facebook asking people what is their biggest struggle when it comes to Thanksgiving and food. I'm going to cover some strategy for you on that specific to Thanksgiving Day to hear inside of this video. Before we jump into that, I just want to reiterate that this time of year is meant to create memories, not to be obsessive over food or feel food guilt, food shame at every gathering that you go to. If that speaks to you, I get it. That used to be me for years and years and years. I dieted and dieted and dieted, and I felt like I was always either on a diet or off a diet. So today's tips on how to navigate your Thanksgiving should help you with that, but ultimately everything else that we're going to cover inside of a live training tonight will help you that much more. If you would like to join us, I will include a link for you to do that in the description below. So again, just reiterating one of the points that we made last week, we always want to focus on memories over macros this time of year, but we're going to go ahead and dive into a little bit of strategy for you specifically around your day on Thanksgiving right now. Inside of the poll that I took on social media where I asked for feedback on like what is your greatest struggle with Thanksgiving, the number one response was just simply overeating. I know I've been there, I'm sure you have too. How do we avoid this? Today I have 3 tips for you that should help you navigate your Thanksgiving in a way that doesn't leave you feeling like you're so full you have to undo your pants and lay back. Number 1, prime your day. What do I mean by that? Instead of skipping breakfast and lunch and the normal snack you might usually have, let's focus on getting adequate amounts of protein in at breakfast and lunch, maybe slightly higher than you normally would, just to help with that satiety, right? And then let's also pair that with something high in fiber, so you guessed it, some vegetables, maybe some oats at breakfast, with some berries, things of that nature. So why would we want to do that? Priming your day is going to help you not arrive at a social event and just start gorging yourself on all the appetizers because you're so hungry because you didn't eat all day long. My humble opinion, that's the number one benefit to sort of priming your day on any given social event, whether that's Thanksgiving, a party, a wedding, Christmas, whatever that might look like. Tip number 2 is to take the plate approach. What's a plate approach? Some of you may have heard this before, some of you may not have. Plate approach basically means make sure to add protein to your plate first. Generally speaking, the size of your fist. We're not scientific here. We can get scientific later if you join us for one of our free trainings. However, if we just start with something the size of your fist, high protein, high quality protein, add a vegetable, add a starch. Boom, that's the plate approach. Outside of that plate approach, you want to give yourself an allowance. So if you're somebody who loves your chips and dip, or if you're somebody who loves your desserts, whatever that might look like, we tell our clients to give themselves 2 of those smaller plates in allowance of whatever they want on that plate. Once that plate is gone, they're done. No grazing, no going back to the table. Take what you think you want and that's it. The plate approach ensures you're still getting adequate quality nutrition and that you're not just filling up on 100% junk food on that day. That being said, it also allows you to enjoy the things that you really truly enjoy without necessarily overindulging. We're willing to bet if you take this approach, you'll feel a lot better about yourself that night and you'll feel a lot better about yourself the next day. Tip number 3, drink your water. The moment you find yourself wanting to go back to that table for more food or more appetizers or more desserts or whatever that might look like, drink water instead. Chances are you're probably also enjoying some adult beverages, which is totally okay, totally cool, right? But we can still break those up with some water. That's going to help us sleep better. That's going to help us be more hydrated the next day. That's going to help us wake up feeling a lot better the next day than if we just finish the night with nothing but adult beverages. So those are our 3 tips on how to best navigate your Thanksgiving so that you don't feel like you just overstuffed yourself. Really quickly before you go, we are actually hosting a live training tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. The replay will be available. You can join us completely for free, no strings attached. We're going to deep dive this topic of how to navigate your Thanksgiving even further and some other things that you could consider this time of year and going into the new year to set yourself up to achieve your dream body goals. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and possibly share with some friends that might find this information beneficial as well. We hope to see you tonight at 6 p.m. on our live training inside of Nutrition Secrets for Women. See you next week.